Hey kids! Kid? Welcome to another Happy Movie Fun Day! This day, we're gonna be reviewing and watching the Care Bears movie!
Yeah!
What do you mean you didn't get the Care Bears movie for me? Too expensive? It was $2 at the video store down the street. I asked you for one thing, and you didn't even do that for me. Alright, so you got me something else? Give it to me then. Oh, what the... Oh! Oh. Oh no. No, I can't review this movie for Happy Fun Movie Day. This is the opposite of a Happy Fun movie. Hey, where are you going? Wait, don't just... Well, kid, seems like we're having a change of plans. Today we're going to be watching and reviewing Nekromantik. Okay, let's put this DVD in the DVD player. What is this? Warning, should not be shown to minors. Well, that's just a risk I'm going to be willing to take. Alright, so let's start off about what this movie's actually about. It's about our main character's name is Rob, and he works at a street sweeping cleaning agency, and he cleans up after car accidents and homicides. Well, Rob lives in an apartment with his girlfriend Betty, but there's something a little off with both of them. Rob likes to take body parts from car accidents and his job, and he likes to put them in jars and keep them preserved. Betty likes to take baths in blood. But they both have one special thing in common. They can't pass up a good opportunity to have sex with a corpse. Okay, so this movie is definitely not for minors. Okay, so let's get back to the review. So after the threesome with the corpse, things start to get really weird between Rob and Betty. And to think that things weren't already weird enough. Betty starts yelling at Rob and saying how he's no good and all that. And she starts to have this really odd relationship with the corpse. I'm laughing because an odd relationship with a corpse, any relationship with a corpse is odd. But she starts reading him stories and it just gets really bizarre. So the next day when Rob comes home from work, he finds a note that was written by Betty saying that she left him and how she's taken the corpse with her. And this just sends Rob into a rage because, face it, if your girlfriend left you for a corpse, you'd be pretty angry too. Hey, come back in here! Look, there's a kitten! There's a kitten! Get out of here while you still can! Alright, so after the little cat incident, Rob decides to go on a murderous rampage. And after that, he decides finally that he can't live anymore and decides to commit suicide. So now that the movie's over, you guys are probably wondering how I feel about it. Whew. Man, feels good to be back in my own room again. It's just something about reviewing a movie about necrophilia in a room filled with stuffed animals that just doesn't sit well with me. But the movie's over. You're probably wondering, what do I think about it? Well, actually, I've seen Nekromantik about a year or so ago, and I liked it back then. I didn't really pay too much attention while I was watching it, but I did like it. But after rewatching it now, I realized that I like it a lot better than the first time I saw it. This movie is great, and it's one of my new favorite underground horror movies. The score, the music, it's just great in the movie. It's so haunting and disturbing, yet beautiful. It matches perfectly with the images shown on the screen. Now, I know you guys probably don't want to see this clip again, but let's just take a look at how well the sound matches up with just the disturbing image on the screen. Okay, and another point I have about this movie is how well done the corpse looks. I mean, it really looks like a dead body that they just found bloated in a river and they just dragged it to the photo shoot. But the story behind the corpse is the director of this movie actually made the corpse first without even having this movie in mind. And after he made the corpse, he wrote the story basically around this prop. And just to show you how good and good looking this prop is, let's just show you another clip, or show you the exact same clip actually. Sorry I had to show you that clip again, but it really is such a well done clip. The music just kind of reminds me of like Peter Jackson-esque, brain dead, bad taste type music. It's just great. But you're probably wondering like what I didn't like about the movie. Well, there's a couple scenes that just make no sense whatsoever. Like the scene where Rob is daydreaming and then all of a sudden like a bunny just gets killed. Yes, there's also animal cruelty in this movie. It does show a real bunny getting killed, so if you're against animal cruelty, don't watch the movie. But if you're against animal cruelty, why would you be watching a movie about necrophilia? But that scene where he's daydreaming about the rabbit getting killed, and then all of a sudden, like, it cuts to this guy in his backyard playing with a gun, and he accidentally shoots this guy in the neck. I mean, I assume the guy who gets shot in the neck is the dead body who Rob and Betty find and have sex with, but they never explain it, so it's just like, okay, that scene was entirely pointless. But it doesn't really mean anything because I still enjoyed the movie. My rating for it would probably be an 8 out of 10. Definitely go see it. Steal it, rob a bank, get money from your parents. Just try to get this movie any way possible. It goes for about $48 on Amazon. It's a little pricey, but it's definitely worth it to have in your collection, especially if you're a fan of the underground and gore genre. Then it's definitely a must-have. And I figured I'd end this video a little different, and I'm going to do a drive-in tally and an ode to Joe Bob Briggs. So here it goes. Alright, Necromantic. We've got 6 dead bodies, 2 people killed in the same car crash, 1 decapitation via a shovel, 1 girl being strangled to death while being raped. We have necrophilia foo. We have cat in a bag foo. We have 4 pairs of breasts. And we have 1 man stabbing himself to death while having an erection. Necromantic. I give it an 8 out of 10. Check it out. I'll see you guys next time.